Welcome Shankara TV viewers and greetings to you all. So we shall continue against this again on this aspect of removal of ego. So it has been definitely concluded by our Vedas that ego is a very negative phenomenon, a negative energy that is in mankind, which has to be compulsorily removed. Otherwise, it would spread infectiously like a cancer, destroying the entire fabric of a human body. When the mind and the brain is destroyed, what else do you have other than that to direct, to guide, to navigate the body? Therefore, one thing is certain, there are excellent leaders in India who have simply thrown away their ego, which helped them to fight for their cause. With an ego, it is impossible to have a thinking in clarity. You will not have a clarified thoughts, a thinking with an ego. Mahatma Gandhi was thrown out of a train in South Africa. He was simply thrown out. But he did not revolt or go to the railway station and complain and file. He was an advocate. He was a lawyer. He had no egos because his vision to free India was his vision. And when he was thrown out, when he fell also, he really did not feel insulted. He had no qualms. He just was thrown out of the train. Probably that could hurt him. He just dusted his shirt or his garment. But his final ambition was to free India. And then, because of this, because he was without ego, he was able to throw an empire even when a single man threw him out. He was able to throw out an empire. See, because these people do not cloud their thoughts, their mind with unnecessary distracted things. Mind gets distracted. Mind, when dispersed, loses its energy. They are not bothered by any psychological factor or the respect the other man gives to him or not. He was only worried about one thing: India has to be free. There was nothing personal against that ticket examiner who threw him out of the train in South Africa. See, that is why these men become leaders, because they set an example. That example was, just throw away your ego. It is not the question of any self-respect here. What was his self-respect here? His self-respect is he should go and file a case on the TT, or he should not board any other train, fearing again throwing him off. But that was not his motive. His motive was something different, a motive to free India. If he was just imprisoned by that ego and is bent upon fighting that TTE or the ticket examiner and filing cases on those railways, he would be spending his time only on that. His vision to achieve a larger result, a larger act, would be lost. Therefore, the question of throwing away the ego is a must, which cleans your mind. This is one of the biggest seed, a weed, the seed of a weed that is implanted in your mind through experiences or through flow of time when you were born. Somehow or the other it has got stuck there. It has got stuck for most of the individuals, most of us. in humanity, and one has to operate upon it very fast, do a surgical removal of that as early as possible, so that the mind is freed of a negative energy. One has to free step by step these negative energies and throw them off. If that is not done, as I told you earlier, they all become big banyan trees, strongly entrenching themselves with big roots in our brain, and therefore the final removal of them as days progresses becomes very tough. The earlier the better. Therefore, ego is one of the very, very negative seed that can get embedded, and if embedded, try to throw it away, as Bhagavan Krishna told to Uddhava in Uddhava Gita. This is one of the very firm seed that can get implanted in our mind, in our brain, an easy one to get implanted firmly, and one has to prevent or throw it away. The next negative emotion is that of a worry and stress. A worry and a stress to us, coming through various branches of a tree and getting embedded in our mind, has to be removed or should not be thought of. And what is a worry? What is a stress? Again, a worry and a stress is an imagined concept. A worry is a worry to you because you worry about it. A worry cannot be a worry to you if you do not worry about it. If your thought process is that you think something parallel to that, something parallel positively you have in your system, this worry gets automatically erased. The worry just vanishes away. One of my friends was deeply worried about his losing business. He said he had lost one or couple of crores. I said, why do you worry about that? He said, no, I lost a lot of money. Oh, that means if that is losing money is going to give you worry, what about earning money? Is it going to give you happiness very much? Oh, earning money is a normal thing, he says, but I have lost so much, I am worried about it. Now, how did the money come? Because you have earned that money, the money you have lost. The money did not fall from the sky to you, or you had taken a jackpot or some gold coins were found under your house. The money came because you have earned and it has been lost. Now, for the value of money, if I give you that money, will you give me your 2 eyes and your 2 kidneys? I asked him. No. When you are having assets in your system, God given assets, which is greater than your value of the money in rupees and notes, you enjoy with that assets. You find out an alternative way to earn more. There are immeasurable, innumerable ways in this universe for everyone to earn, to be happy, because universe is meant for that, to be blissful. Universe has got immense wealth that cannot be calculated. Universe has got immense energy that cannot be calculated. When all these are available, you will have the opportunity, just as you had the opportunity of making money earlier and losing now, you will have the cyclical opportunity always to earn. You cannot arrest it. If you keep on worrying and worrying, you are again building stress factor, damaging your body. And that stress factor, only your worry, not your losing your money, but this worry can cause you harm. The worry only will cause you harm, not the money lost. Money lost is in notes and paisa and coins that will come and go. Well, he accepted. I told him, you have the positive feeling, the positive thoughts that You will earn, not you may try to earn. You have to have the feeling that I will earn. At least I will earn the money lost. That much is certain. If that is so, if you permit that conscious thought to enter your subconscious mind, your subconscious mind will give you the intuition. I will deal with more of intuition later on. Will give you the intuition, will give you the natural path for you, will tell you intuitively how to earn, whether accidentally or calculating basis. You will earn on calculations or by intuitions or by whatever term you want to call, even as luck. Therefore, for every action there is an equal and opposite reaction. If you have lost money, you will also earn money. There cannot be anything other than that. The point is, if you start brooding, then you will be sucked in the gravity, which even you will be sucked in the black hole. I explained to you earlier what are black holes in the universe, that even light cannot escape from that. Once it goes, it is permanent, it stays there because of the high gravitational pull of that black holes. So that gravitational pull should not pull you down from the worldly life, because you have to operate everything through your mind only. Your entire physical body rests on your mind, your brain. If that is shut through tensions or worries, what you are left with? Are you prepared to do a barter of your 2 eyes and 2 kidneys for the money I give you as a lost money, as a crore for example? You would not. Because at least by having 2 eyes, 2 legs, your 2 lungs, your 2 kidneys, your 2 hands, your good body structure, having a good family, you have the immense potentiality to create 1000 times whatever you have lost. And that is the potentiality I told you of 1 cubic centimeter of space in a vacuum, which has got 10 to the power of 94 grams of energy in it. Unimaginable if you work out in calculation. So what does it mean? It means all these negative factors, like your stress, like your ego, like your anger, and through that jealousy, through that criticism, through that hatred, the greed, the lust, everything comes. These are all the negative cancer cells that builds up and comes and settles in a man's brain, in a human body's brain, in a human body's mind. And once this is settled, where is the question of your positive thoughts entering? You will not grieve if you lose anger. That's what Yamadharmaraja tells Yudhishthira. I have told you that clause also. Krodam hitva na sochati. Krodam hitva, throwing away krodha, kopa, anger. I would not grieve. I would not lose. Manam hitva priyo bhavati. If I throw away my ego, I will be loved by all. Kamam hitva arthavan bhavati. If I lose the lust, if I throw away the lust, arthavan here means I will be a wealthy man. Moham hitva sukhi bhavet. If I lose that greed, I will be a happy man. I have to lose all these things. Yudhishthira tells Yama, when Yama questions him, it's a beautiful subject there between Yama and Yudhishthira, something like a Bhagavad Gita, something like Uddhava Gita and Mahabharata. These concepts, why our ancients gave us? Because they have to free your mind. They have to free your mind from negative emotions so that you propel yourself to a higher plane of thought. And that thought, when you propel and when you start swimming in that wave, you will enjoy happiness. The happiness that you desire, the bliss that you desire, the bliss in any field you choose, in your scientific field, in your engineering field, in your medical field, in your business field, entrepreneurial field, in whatever field you choose, in your arts, culture, any field. that field you will be swimming in the wave of bliss. That is why this list has been given. The list of all these thoughts that has been given in our Puranas, Upanishads and Vedas is practically applicable. Once you go through that, you will generate a lot of thoughts for yourself, for your own self-improvement. You will know the pathway, the gateway to bliss. The gateway is to remove your negative emotions, and then when you approach the positive thinking and positive thoughts, everything will be as per your desire. It will be a boon, you are giving it to your own self. It will be a varam, a boon, you have in which you have the power to give it to your own self. The boon you grant to your own self. You have the power to grant the boon to your own self. So this is the impact of all these negative emotions and how they have to be weeded out. And once they are weeded out, the house is clean. The house is clean to receive visitors, visitors who are good, visitors who are angels, visitors who are noble. They are the noble thoughts. The conscious gatekeeper will open the gate, and all those lovely angels, the noble thoughts, would enter through the gate, fill up your mind, fill up the entire brains, fill up your entire mind, and your mind, as the Veda says, will be filled with noble thoughts. And when noble thoughts get filled, your creativity, to your achievability, to your skill, to your practical living in this world gets immensified, gets improved to a very high Himalayan levels. You will have the intuition, you will have the intuitability to see what is down the road. That intuition is the guiding factor. That intuition is the guiding factor, which I would rate is better than a knowledge. Though knowledge may help in an intuition, the intuition is the final factor. The intuition does not solely depend on knowledge, but it solely also depends on something called the sixth sense, which no books can explain, which only your experience may be able to explain. You will be able to put to test the experiences you have gained, whereas in a school or in a college, you are tested with what you have learnt, whereas this is something outside those fields. You put to test through your experience, through the experience you have gained, as something, a different field. Intuitive ability in us would guide us perfectly well through the subconscious mind, which is again divine, perfectly well to our desired destinations. You will be able to change the sail of your boat to the desired destination, though not you will not be, though if you are not even able to change the direction of the wind to your destination. You cannot change the direction of the wind to your destination, but you can change the sail of the boat, of your boat, to the destination you want to. So that ability to change the sail to your destination happens through intuition. And for intuition to happen, you have to clean the house, you have to keep the house clean, you have to filter it out, you have to throw away, you have to clearly, what is known as sweep the house perfectly well, throw all these negative emotions, sanitize them, and with that process, when the house gets clean, all the pure beautiful thoughts do come and sit and be a visitor in your house. Not only the visitor, they will also eventually own the house. So the primary aspect here is simply first remove the negative emotions. Now, after removing the negative emotions, how to develop the positive emotions? How to develop the positive emotions so as to attract positive thinking? Positive emotion development is also very important. You have to attract the right visitor in your house, not again the negative emotions. Because if they occupy again you have to clean. How do you accept that? How do you do that? Well, there are many concepts. But one of the fundamental trainings, the basic one, which I would like to tell you today and expand in the next coming episodes, is the tool of meditation available to us. Now, through the tool of meditation, you put your mind in that quantum state of level. The mind delves into a deep quantum state, as I have already told you, is a micro atomic state, subatomic particle, the lowest state. At the lowest state, things are different from the normal level of reality. As I have already explained to you, I will come to quantum physics again once more a little bit. But once you do the meditation, you reach that quantum level where the mind settles down. When the mind settles down at that level, at that quantum level, then you will get a natural flash. You would be able to connect with some mysterious ghost forces. The mysterious ghost forces are those intuitions. When you get connected to those mysterious forces, you will have a clarity in your thoughts. You will have faith in your thoughts, because you will feel or you will realize that treading on that path of the intuition, you are achieving the desired result, the formation of a particle, which we explained last time. Therefore, only through quantum state you can go down, in that state you will have a clarity in thought. Just like when you want to meditate, you want a peaceful place, you want a calm place. When you want to study for your exam, you don't like to study in a noisy atmosphere. So similarly, when your mind attains that quantum state, that subatomic particle state, it settles down, it's its natural state. When a group of birds are there on the seashore, if you put a stone, they fly away. But after some time, I saw the group of birds coming and settling there itself. That is the nature. That is the nature of the mind. Mind, when gets agitated, whirls through like storm and dust. Everything just simply whirls and whirls and whirls. But then left to its natural state, it calms, cools and settles down. At that state, your thinking will be a divine thinking. The subconscious mind will function efficiently at that state. There are different states. So what is meditation? Meditation, generally everyone knows that it is closing the eyes and meditating on an object or a mantra called Om, sitting comfortably with legs crossed preferably, and that too before a deity preferably, or at least in an open space or in a calmed space or in a very clean hygienic place. It's all fundamentals to enable you to meditate. Even Buddha says you need not torture your body to meditate. You need not fast to meditate, because body has to be strong. Body also has to be physically strong to strengthen your mind. But for that you need not fast. So you sit in a calm place and then subdue your thoughts by concentrating on a mantra, preferably Om, or by concentrating on your breath. Thoughts do come. All sorts of murky thoughts will come while you meditate. That is why in mathematical terms, I would say a meditation, when it starts, it will be a bell-shaped curve. It starts like a bell-shaped curve. Bell-shaped curve. What is bell-shaped curve? If you put on the x-axis and y-axis, one is time and one is the number of thoughts that is pouring. So on the x-axis you measure as time after 1 minute, 2 minutes, 3 minutes, 4 minutes, 5 minutes. Y-axis the number of thoughts. As the time progresses, initially your thoughts will rise. When you sit down for meditation for some time, after 1 minute, thoughts will rise steeply also for some who are not experienced or exposed to meditation. It rises, it reaches a peak like a bell-shaped curve. You know what is a bell-shaped curve? The average probability distribution curve. The mind rises up to the top. Top means lot of thoughts are there at that point of time, say after 3 minutes or 2 minutes. Lot of thoughts are there, and the number of thoughts are measured probably on the y-axis, and in the x we can measure the time. So as a bell shape, then the thoughts drop down slowly because of the experience, because of time going on, because of the passage of time. The thoughts can drop slowly. It drops and again slowly it drops and again flattens. Then again it may start to climb. So the wave of the bell shape, like a wave, it can go up and down on the passage of time for an inexperienced mind. So more of this, of meditation, I will take in the next episode, and till such time, thanking you all for viewing this program. Thanking you.